Hi, and welcome to a special edition of Cindy's Creole Kitchen. Tonight we will be preparing a avocado salsa. It is delicious, guys. It's time consuming. You have to marinate the ingredients overnight or for 8 hours. It's timely, but it's well worth it. Hope you enjoy this recipe. It calls for roughly chopped red bell peppers, garlic, tomatoes, onions, parsley, oregano. You can find a full recipe on my Facebook page, Cindy's Creole Kitchen, or on my Instagram page at Cindy's Creole Kitchen. So I'm going to roughly chop the bell peppers, the red bell pepper, and I'm going to roughly chop up a green bell pepper. It's nothing fancy. I usually like stuff cut up into bite-sized pieces, but you can really chop it up the way you would like it. This is a delicious recipe, guys. You will really thoroughly enjoy it. I promise you. So after you chop it up, I take and I cut my avocados in bite-sized pieces, and then I run them through the food processor because I like stuff cut up like small, really small. So I'm cutting up a half of a plum tomato. I'm roughly chopping it as well, and that's just because I love tomatoes. You can omit the tomatoes if you would like. You can omit whatever ingredient you want to omit, but please do not omit anything out of the liquid sauce, the marinade you're going to create. Unless you don't want it spicy, you can omit the cayenne pepper. So I'm roughly chopping up a tomato, as well as some cherry tomatoes. And you can really roughly chop your ingredients up in the food processor, or you can roughly chop them by hand. It just depends on how you want them chopped. You're gonna love this recipe, guys. I promise you. This is a delicious one. This is really a delicious recipe. So I'm gonna take the cherry tomatoes and slice them in half, and then slice the halves in half. Cut them in half, and then cut the half in half. You're gonna love this, you guys. It is delicious. And after it marinates in its juices and the lemon juice and some olive oil, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some oregano, some fresh parsley, this is delicious. And I also add to it some corn and some olives, some black olives. You can use the can, just drain them real good because you don't want that water from the can to have your marinade tasting like the can. This is delicious, guys. You're gonna love this. Like I said, you just roughly chop up stuff into bite-sized pieces the way you would like it. You're gonna love it, guys. And I'm cutting up a half of an onion, but you can use one small onion and 4 avocados. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to use a stalk of green onion as well. So that's why I'm using a half of onion instead of the whole one small onion. I'm excited, guys. You're going to love this recipe. So I'm just roughly chopping the onion up into bite-sized pieces. Nothing fancy. And then you're going to cut up, I cut up 2½ garlic cloves. And that's because I like garlic. You can use more or less to your liking. You're going to thoroughly enjoy this recipe, I promise you. So you just roughly chop it up. Nothing fancy. In small bite-sized pieces. This is actually for the marinade. And you toss to the side. And you slice up your green onions. like so. Or you can slice your vegetables the way you like to slice them. The thing is, it's not about the cut. It's about making sure you put it in for the flavors that's going to marinate. And it's going to be delicious, guys. This is one of the appetizers that will be in my healthy cookbook. And I have some fresh parsley here. And I'm just going to slice it up like so. And because I like my stuff to have heat, I'm going to add a half of a jalapeno pepper, seeds removed. And also I will add cayenne pepper to mine because I like I said, I like heat. And you cut it up, like I said, roughly chopped. Doesn't have to be fine. It just depends on how you like your vegetable type. If you like small bite-sized pieces in yours, then you can put them smaller. If you like them chunkier, you can cut them larger. It's to your liking. It's your recipe. Make it your way. Always make it your own. Okay, now that I have them chopped up the way I would like them, I'm going to actually add them to a bowl separately. Okay, I'm going to add, but before I add this to the bowl, well, I add it now because I want to cut up my avocados, but you cut up your avocados last. After you've marinated your ingredients overnight, you take and you cut your avocados up and you put them in the mixture that's been marinating for 8 hours. So I'm going to add my red peppers to the bowl, my jalapeno peppers, my garlic, my onions that's roughly chopped, and my tomatoes, and my green bell peppers. So I'm going to add all my ingredients and my parsley as well that I cut up. So I'm going to add all these ingredients into the bowl. Then we just mix them up, toss them around in there. Then I'm going to add my corn. And you can use some frozen corn, sweet corn, I prefer. And you can, but make sure they're fully thawed. And you add some black olives. This salsa is going to be good. This is my avocado salsa. This is going to be delicious, guys. I can hardly wait. And you just toss all the ingredients, the vegetables around. Just so they're well mixed. Can you see that? This is going to be good. Okay, then you take and you mix some oregano, which I have 1 tablespoon of oregano. I don't know if you can see it. Let me get a little closer so you can see. Yeah, so you're taking your mix. That's my 1 tablespoon of oregano. I have some garlic powder, which I use 2 tablespoons because I like garlic. And even though I have fresh garlic in here, I also add some garlic powder. And I'm adding some onion powder. I'm adding some dried parsley, just like I add the dry oregano, and I added the fresh parsley. So I added me cayenne pepper and my own mixture of Creole seasoning. So I'm going to add 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil, tablespoon of lemon juice, a tablespoon of cider vinegar, and 1/4 cup of Italian salad dressing. And you take and you mix it well. Just make sure it's well mixed. You can see the full recipe on my Facebook page, Cindy's Creole Kitchen, or on my Instagram at Cindy's Creole Kitchen, or at Cindy's Creole Kit. Okay, after you mix the mixture, you pour it over your vegetables. After you mix it well, you pour it over your vegetables, and you mix it well into your vegetables, and you marinate it for 8 hours or overnight. So just make sure it's well mixed just to coat all your vegetables. And then you're gonna cover it and put it in a refrigerator for 8 hours or overnight. And this shit looks like this. And it should be well coated. And then you take and you put it in the refrigerator. I have had some in the refrigerator that has been marinating overnight. So I'm going to take the sauce that I've already had marinated overnight, and I'm going to pour it over some avocados. But before I do that, I'm going to show you, I've already cut some avocados. But I want to show y'all a quick and easy way to cut up your avocados. You can take, I like stuff in bite-sized pieces, so when I cut my avocado up, I actually took and put it through the food processor for like 2-3 pulses, just to get it in bite-sized pieces, because that's how I like to eat stuff, in bite-sized pieces, especially saucer. So you would take your avocado and you would actually cut it in half. You take and you cut around it like this. Cut around the pit like this. And once you do that, you take and you just separate it like so. And then after you separate it like that, you just take the pit out. Like so. And the way I cut mine is, I cut it like so. I just make a line through here, like I'm playing checkers. I don't know if you see the cutting. So I just went down. Not too far down, because you don't want to cut through the skin. You just want to cut it in pieces like you want it for when you take it out. And then when you take it out, you can actually take a spoon. I have a spoon here. And you can just take it and scoop the avocado out through the skin like so. It's easy to remove. And once you do that, you can take it and you can put it in a bowl, and you can chop it up yourself before you put it in the bowl, or you can take and run it through the food processor. In my case, I took mine, and after I peeled it and cut it up like I wanted, I ran it through the food processor. Voila. You have the avocado. You can cut it like this. And don't run it through the food processor. You can just actually take it and cut it to the pieces you want, and the bite size that you would want. And it can be chunky. It's a salsa that you're going to eat with some chips. Now me personally, I would take it and put it through the food processor after I cut it like so. So I'm going to take and move this out of the way. And this is my avocado that I have taken and ran through the food processor. And chopped it up in bite-sized pieces. Now, the marinade that I've had marinating overnight for 24 hours, I will take and pour over the avocado that I have cut up into the bite-sized pieces. Delicious, guys. And I would just toss it around just to coat the avocados. And And then I would put it into my salsa dish. My avocado salsa dish for my appetizer for my party. And this is a winner with the guys. Everybody loves this salsa. You will too. It smells delicious and it tastes delicious. This is the excess I'm going to put on the side. And I'm going to show you guys my salsa, my avocado salsa that you would eat with some tortilla chips. And they are delicious. It consists of corn, black olives, tomatoes, jalapeno peppers, onion, celery. That's good, guys. Let me see this deliciousness. Look at it. Look how pretty. Pretty and delicious. It has just the right heat. Delicious. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Until next time, see you later.